Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 31st, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Welcome to the last day of July in 2018. Jared Ramos, the man who was charged with killing 5 people last month at the Capital Gazette newsroom, has pleaded not guilty. He was not in the courtroom yesterday, but public defender William Davis entered the plea for him. Circuit Court Judge William Mulford said the public defender for Jared Ramos, William Davis, had entered the appearance and filed motions for discovery and a speedy trial, which means that Ramos did not need to appear. He does remain held without bond at Jennifer Road. Circuit Court Judge Laura Kiesling has been assigned the case, and his next appearance will be later in August, where they discuss scheduling matters. Ramos was indicted on a total of 23 counts, including 5 counts of murder in the June 28 deaths of Rob Hyacinth, Wendy Winters, Gerald Fishman, John McNamara, and Rebecca Smith, and attempted murder of photographer Paul Gillespie. The Maryland State Police are investigating a double fatal crash that happened on the southbound I-97 exit ramp onto Benfield Boulevard in Millersville yesterday afternoon. Frank Benda, 46, and David Limerick, 56, both of Edgewater, were in a 2000 white Acura RL being operated by Benda. It lost control on the ramp and was found in the woods off the roadway near the curve at the exit ramp. Preliminary investigation reveals that the Acura may have been traveling at a high rate of speed, but the state police are still investigating that crash right now. If you were downtown in City Dock yesterday, you would have seen a bunch of crap in the harbor. All that rain from last week has caused big problems on the waterways in Maryland, and officials are warning boaters and swimmers of the debris and bacteria caused by the flooding. Debris and trash from the recent heavy rains litters the beach at Sandy Point State Park, in the harbor in Annapolis, as well as many of the creeks that surround the area. Much of the litter does remain in the water and under the water. Maryland Natural Resources Police Sergeant Cameron Brown said that not only is it on the surface, but underneath. So you have some on top, but you have some underneath submerged. It's hard to find because what you see might not be what's underneath. Natural Resources Police have issued warnings for boaters because there is so much debris and it is washed into the Chesapeake Bay during the floods. Now, this is coming because of the rains flowing down into the Susquehanna River from New York and Pennsylvania, ultimately to the Conowingo Dam, which was cresting, and they did have to release some of what the dam was holding back down into the upper Chesapeake Bay, and now that is starting to float its way down here into the Middle Bay and ultimately to the Southern Bay, and I guess eventually out into the Atlantic Ocean. The Transportation Security Administration on Monday announced plans to test a new scanner at BWI that could lead to quicker trips through checkpoints. BWI is one of 15 airports where the TSA is rolling out a computerized tomography scanners. TSA officers scanning carry-on items will see a 3D image that the TSA officer can then view and rotate to inspect for dangerous items. Down the road, the CT scans may lead to fewer bag checks, officials say, and someday you may be able to leave laptops and liquids in carry-on bags, a privilege currently only reserved for those in programs like the TSA PreCheck program and the Trusted Traveler. The TSA does plan to have 40 units of the airports around the country by the end of the year and more than 145 in place by the end of the 2019 fiscal year. I will wait to see whether this is as much of a success as some of their other failures. If you are a brony, I have some bad news for you. If you don't know what a brony is, it is a combination of bro and pony, which is primarily adult men who are ardent fans of the My Little Pony TV show, which was geared to little girls. For the past several years, the BronyCon, which is the convention, has been held here at the Baltimore Convention Center, and it just ended on the 29th, but they did announce that next year's BronyCon, which is scheduled for August 1st through 4th, will be the last BronyCon. Organizers cited declining fandom activity among bronies. BronyCon was born in New York in 2011 to celebrate the animated series, which has attracted a following outside of its target demographic of young girls. At one time, the convention peaked at 10,000 attendees. See if you can wrap your brain around that one a little bit. And some of the best news you're going to hear today. It is 7 a.m. when you're hearing this or when this was released. And in 4 hours, the Annapolis Market House will open its doors and remain open until 6 p.m. tonight. Yes, you heard it here first. The Annapolis Market House is opening on Tuesday, July 31st at 11 a.m. for their very first day in quite a long time with new owners and a new iteration. Congratulations to Jody, Michelle, and Joe. And anybody that does go there, please be gentle on the staff. It is their first day. And more good news, Kegs and Corks. You've heard their spot on the podcast. Now, save $10 when you buy tickets online. You use the code EOA, which stands for Eye on Annapolis. Get it? And boom, you can save $10 on every single general admission ticket that you purchase online at kegsandcorksfest.com. That is it. We have George Young with your local DMV weather coming right up, and he'll be here right after that spot from, you guessed it, Kegs and Corks.
Don't miss the best event of the summer. Get your tickets now for the 7th Annual Cakes and Corks Festival at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds, Saturday, August 18th from 1 to 7 p.m. Tickets benefit the Special Olympics of Maryland and include a souvenir glass, unlimited wine and beer samples, plus live music including headliner Kristen and the Noise. Sample over 80 Maryland wines, 40 craft beers, plus vendors like wine cream, wine slushies, and desserts made with craft beer. Buy your ticket today at cakesandcorksfest.com for noon entry, cakesandcorksfest.com.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, July 31st. Different day, same forecast in Annapolis and across all of Anne Arundel County, with more rain and high temps 80 to 85 degrees. Same tomorrow with more showers and storms, though warmer with temps in the mid to upper 80s. On breezy south-southwest winds, followed by a chance for even more rain both Thursday and Friday, with temps once again in the 80s. So keep that umbrella handy, and maybe we'll see a break by Saturday or Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. Make it a great day, and be sure to follow DMV Weather anywhere all the time at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook, or especially on our free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, so you can always stay weather informed. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
September 29th, the inaugural Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, music, food, and arts festival, presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines. Dance the afternoon away to the sounds of Saved by Zero and the Groove Spot Band. Watch the plein air painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org. TWISTANDSTOUT.org. September 29th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets at twistandstout.org. Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.